everyone, this is Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. Now, many years ago, all my stories seem to begin with many years ago, when I was first diagnosed with cancer, I had a really hard time physically. And by then, I mean that my body did not react accordingly to any of the surgeries. I had a lot of complications, fistulas. I had a colostomy, then I had a reversal of colostomy, and then I had to be fed intravenously. I couldn't eat. I had like 5 infections and fevers. So there were just like a lot of complications that were going on where that interrupted my first treatment. So it went on for about 4 months of this in and out of the hospital with all these different, things that went wrong. And what ended up happening is my body ended up developing this hospital schedule. And by that I mean, if you've been in a hospital for any length of time, you know that there is just a constant in and out of your room with the hospital personnel. And especially at night, they wake you up every couple hours to take your vitals because that's their job. That's what they're supposed to do while you're there, take care of you and check on you. So when I finally went, got better and ended up staying home for good, I ended up developing this hospital schedule, and I could not readjust into normal life. And I had a hard time. So every night I would toss and turn. I would only sleep for like a couple hours, like maybe 2 hours or so. Wake up, toss and turn. And you know what happens when you do that? Then suddenly you're not feeling well. Then you feel every ache and pain. Then suddenly you're like, you're bored, you're listless. The night is going on forever and you just don't even know what to do. You're so tired of it. So my sister-in-law suggested that, she got me a whole bunch of video games. And every time I couldn't sleep, I would wake up after a couple hours at night. I would go over there and start playing on the computer. Tire myself out, go back to sleep. Wake up again, do the same. And until my body kind of adjusted to the routine. But my mom also handed me some yarn. Now, as you can see, I'm holding a blanket in my hand here. And the whole point of this is my cancer tip number 5. Now, this yarn actually kind of saved my sanity because I started crocheting, and what ended up happening is I started to focus on something other than what I was going through. So when I was in pain, I would start to crochet to get my mind off things. If I had to go for a test to the doctors or get a PET scan, or if I went for treatment, I would take the crocheting with me and I would just crochet. And suddenly I'm not worried about and thinking about solely only about what the results are, or man, this waiting is taking forever. When is the doctor going to see me? I ended up crocheting and crocheting, and I was thinking about the stitches and counting them, and suddenly the time just kind of flew by. So crocheting became my therapy. So this is my cancer tip number 5. What is your talent that you can use to take your mind off things other than what you're going through? So if you, like for me, I started crocheting. And what happened in the end is I started crocheting for my family. And I wanted to make a blanket for everybody so they can remember me, have something to look at and know that, hey, this is Aunt Lala's, that's what they call me, my nieces and nephews. This is Lala's blanket. She made this for me. And that, of course, was, 11 years ago. And now those, my nieces and nephews that were children, suddenly are teenagers and adults. And now here I am again, making all new blankets for them. So this tip is that find that talent or that hobby that you have. Now it could be reading, it could be writing, maybe you're great at music or storytelling or, art, anything. Maybe you're great with people and you're great at volunteering. Use this talent to help you get through things. Use this gift of yours, this hobby, that maybe bless others in your family, that you can make them a gift of something. Maybe you're great, at crafts and you can whip out a wreath or sew. There's so many different hobbies out there that you can do, and you can bless other people with it. And at the same time, it can become your therapy. So I hope this helps you, or maybe you have have a better idea of a hobby, or, you know, what works for you. So I hope you have a blessed day, everyone, and thank you so much for watching.